The theatrics and the drama from one Kalonzo and the Wiper Party has been worrying many Kenyans, especially supporters of the Azimio people. Yeah. But the latest revelation, a leaked document, tells us that it is the end of the road for all those theatrics. Kwisha maneno. Kalonzo Musyoka and the Wiper Party are now trapped within Azimio. What does this mean politically? What impact will this have going forward? Does this give us an inkling or even an idea of who may win our polls on August 9th this year? Barely 100 days away. Actually, it's 100 and something days. But by next week but one, it will be true to say barely 100 days away. And 100 days is a very short time. If you want to follow blindly without understanding what is really happening, then this is not the channel for you. But for those of us who want to understand, for those of us who want to always be a step ahead, this is the place to be. So a very warm welcome to my show. And as usual, you can expect a lot of very interesting, super fascinating stuff. Karibu sana and enjoy. Allow me a few minutes before we start our show today for us to do some house cleaning and for me to give you a mind-boggling heads up. Now, many of you, at least quite a few of you, even in the comments area, have said that it is sad that the information on this channel does not reach enough Kenyans. Some of you have even said that I should make arrangements with one of the major media houses to ensure that key important messages for a better Kenya are transmitted on our mainstream media. Now that would be very difficult to pull off for a number of reasons. But top on the list is something I learned many years ago. And I paid a very high price in learning this. That major media houses usually have a marketing department that monitors a group of people they call dangerous competitors. Okay? Years ago when I founded the 10 Bob Press in Kenya, I was categorized in this department. And all kinds of nasty things happened to me. Cops even came for me once. They were sure my publication was not registered. But fortunately it was. But in the end they got to me. Using some very dirty tricks, which is a story for another day. Bottom line, I learned a long time ago to do everything in my power to avoid being naive. Okay? Now, there is a way we can get around this. If many of us, as many of us as possible, chipped in, and you just have to do a very simple thing. I urge you to forward the videos you believe are important messages for Kenyans and for a better Kenya in your WhatsApp groups and on other social media platforms. That is, if you're not ashamed of being a Kumekucha Chris subscriber. Believe it or not, there are people like that. We're all different. We have to embrace and appreciate each other for our diversity and the way we think differently and the way we believe different things. Now, some of you have already been helping me out in a big way. I'm aware. Yeah, thank you very much. Please don't stop. Some have even gone further. You know, I'm very limited in terms of resources and manpower. And I never go back to my videos these days to find out which prediction came to pass, which video came to pass, which video stood the test of time, and which video didn't. Now, in recent times, one or two subscribers to this channel have taken it upon themselves to go back and point people to videos I did months ago, some of them 2-3 years ago, where I said things which looked impossible, but which are coming to pass now, as we speak. And I really appreciate you. Asanteni sana. And again, don't stop. Nifanyie hiyo kazi, ndo mimi ni focus kabisa kuwapatia information ambaye ni kiboko yao. Oh yes. Now, the heads up. And you'll have to sit down for this one. You know, it is very important for us to understand the times in which we live in. It is important for us to understand this, so that whatever happens, we can easily be able to link to the season in which we're living in. It's very important. Now, I'm handicapped in many ways. And one of the ways I'm handicapped in is that I cannot say things as they are. There are some videos I cannot make. Although I'm very eager, very enthusiastic to make them, I can't. Yeah. Kwa sababu mnajua nyote kwamba kuna wazungu wananiangalia na wanafanyanga kitu inaitwa censorship na vitu vingine nyingi kwa wale ambayo wanataka kuongea ukweli mtupu. Watu wa kuongea ukweli dunia nzima hawapendwi, wanachukiwa sana. We have to appreciate that truth and that reality of our times. Sasa hivi majuzi kulikuwa lijitu ambaye ilionekana mkoa wa Pwani nchini Kenya. Mnaijua? Ilionekana mahali panaitwa Diani ambaye iko Kwale, na serikali tukufu ikatuambia hiyo ilikuwa fake. Hiyo video ambayo tuliona haikuwa ya ukweli. Lakini kulikuwa kitu ya kushangaza sana hapa. Hakuna mtu alitueleza hiyo kitu ilikuwa nini. Niko hapa kuambia kwamba hiyo kitu ilikuwa ukweli. You see, we live in the season where we've been told that there'll be many strange creatures, many strange things which are going to be seen for the first time by many in the months and years to come. Hiyo ni kitu ya muhimu sana muelewe. Wacha niwakumbushe kitu. Kulikuwa vita kali sana mbinguni. Tunasoma kwa Biblia. Na viumbe fulani vilirushwa, zikatolewa mbinguni na zikaanguka hapa duniani. Na hizi viumbe bado zipo mpaka leo. Nafikiri kama umekuwa ukifuatilia video zangu kwa muda mrefu, you will know the times I've talked about Nephilims. Okay? Na hizi viumbe viko nyingi sana baharini. Wacha niwachie hiyo story hapo. Najua utajijazia. Kwa hivyo hiyo kitu ilionekana pwani ya Kenya. Ni real. Sasa bila kupoteza muda wote, let's get into our show today. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka's camp right now must be back on the drawing boards, trying to figure out a way out of a situation they can never come out of. In other words, there is no way of coming out of that situation. Let me explain. It has emerged that very deep in the Azimio agreement, the agreement made with political parties, was a clause that stated very clearly that once you join Azimio, you cannot leave 6 months to the general elections. You can't. There's no way. You're locked in. Yeah? So if you don't want to join, stay out. But if you join, you're locked in for 6 months. Okay? That clause also says you're also still locked in until 3 months after the general elections. Now what this means is that whatever motives, whatever arrangement, whatever side trick the Wiper Party and Kalonzo Musyoka have, yeah, it cannot work. Because legally, when you sign a contract, umesign. Kama umesign, umesign. Mambo kwisha. Hiyo maneno umemaliza. Hakuna kurudi nyuma. Now, there's a very nice lady friend of mine here on this channel who is a firm supporter of UDA, who has been predicting since about 2 years ago that Kalonzo Musyoka will end up in the UDA camp. And indeed, in recent days, I've been thinking about this prediction she made. And I've been saying to myself, this prediction is going to come to pass. And it is going to come to pass now. Yeah, looking at the behavior of the Wiper Party and one Kalonzo Musyoka. However, in light of this new information about what is in the Azimio contract, by the way, confirmed information, I have verified this information. Yeah. In light of this latest information, that can never happen. Not in 2022, yeah, maybe in 2027. But 2022, can't happen. For the good reason I've just given you. Now, there's a very valuable take-home lesson here for us to learn. And that is, if you're in any battle, if you're in any competition, if you're in any duel with other people, one key rule is never underestimate their intelligence and their ability to read your next move and counter it well in advance. Because this is exactly what has happened in this case. The things people get up to with their phones when they're in private. What? Well, there's nothing wrong with taking selfies. But did you know that a single idea can change your life forever? I know at least 2 people, regulars on this channel, who have had the experience of one idea lifting them from not knowing where the next meal is going to come from to very busy people. No kidding. I know at least 5 people, regulars on this channel, who have found an idea using their phones that has changed the direction of their businesses forever. From somebody who had a small castall somewhere in town, Nairobi CBD, to a guy who owns a serious business in some office in Upper Hill. One idea that they took in on their phone on this channel. I'm here to give you a heads up to make sure that you spare just a handful of minutes to to take in the very brief video clip at the tail end of this video. Some of you have been very flattering. You have told me I've changed lives. Well, I'm hoping to change a few more lives for real with this clip. Right at the end of this video you're taking in, please find the time for this clip that has the real potential of changing your life. Now back to what I was saying. Thanks for your time. Clearly somebody somewhere anticipated the fact that somebody would send in a mole, the enemies of the coalition, or somebody would just decide to do some mischief and mess up the whole coalition. Indeed, we have seen it many times on our political scene. Today you join this outfit, tomorrow you're out. And you live with a lot of drama. And you live with a lot of information. And then you go to the enemies or the opponents of those you have left. So what this person did was to put this clause within the Azimio agreement. And now it has nailed the Wiper Party and Kalonzo Musyoka. Of course, this does not stop Kalonzo Musyoka and the Wiper Party from doing things chini ya maji. Helping the other side chini ya maji. Giving them the little information they have chini ya maji. Strategizing with the opponents of Azimio chini ya maji. Nothing stops them from doing that. But there are some things in politics which are not effective when they're done chini ya maji. You have to do them in broad daylight and get the attention of the vast majority of Kenyans for that thing to be effective in politics and effective in changing the way people vote or in influencing the way people vote, because that is what politics is all about, and competition in politics. But bolting out of Azimio? Not possible. Impossible. Now this has a major impact going forward. Huge impact going forward, if you ask me. Let me explain. And let's start with this fact that maybe some of us are not aware of. Both sides of the political divide have been doing the following: sending their man or woman to the opponents. That man or woman joins that outfit, becomes part of that outfit, and then at an opportune time the shift comes. But then the shift comes coming away with information, coming away with the reason why they were sent there in the first place, because maybe they were sent to find out something specific. You never know. Both sides of the political divide have been doing this, and there are many examples. So what this clause within the Azimio agreement means is that will not be possible with the Azimio side. In case the other side of the political divide sent somebody, even a whole political party, to join Azimio, and then at the opportune time for optics and for perception, that party leaves Azimio with a lot of fanfare, a lot of drama, a lot of things to attract attention, that will no longer be possible. You know, you can leave a political coalition and do your things independently, or give the impression that you're doing your things independently. But the truth is, you're being fully financed in your political activities. Even if it is not vying for a seat, you're being fully financed in your political activities by the other side. That can happen. Now, because of this Azimio clause, that will not be possible. Now, don't get me wrong. What Kalonzo Musyoka and his handlers have done, and what the Wiper Party have done, is okay. It's a smart political move. yeah, to always ensure that you negotiate, yeah, for the maximum advantage to yourselves. However, where do you draw the line between your selfish advantage and being a team player for the good of the whole outfit, including yourself? Because in politics and in a general election like the one we're about to face, there is nothing you can take for granted. You cannot say we are sure Azimio is going to win, we are 101% sure they're going to win, and therefore, yeah, we must make sure that the running mate of one Raila Odinga is going to be from our party. You can't do that. Because first of all, the choice of a deputy president or a running mate is a very important critical decision of any candidate, any presidential candidate, anywhere in the world. The ideal situation is that you make such a decision considering your weakness as a candidate and considering the choice that will be of most advantage to the entire ticket against the opposition you're going to face in the general elections. That's how it works out. And for those keen students of politics, you must have realized by now that there is no advantage, yeah, in Raila Odinga picking Kalonzo Musyoka as his running mate. What advantage will he have? What votes is he going to get that he wouldn't get otherwise? Just think about it. In my opinion, zero. There would be no difference, or very little insignificant difference. Indeed, strategically, if I was Raila Odinga, my running mate would not even be from the Mount Kenya region. Yeah, those who follow me regularly know what I'm talking about. If I was Raila Odinga, my running mate must come from the Rift Valley. Either the Kikuyu Rift Valley or the Kalenjin Rift Valley. Yeah, if possible. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for somebody who can eat away at the votes of my opponent. Yeah, somebody who has got enough influence and sway, yeah, where my opponent comes from, to eat away at his votes. And in my opinion, even 500,000 votes, 500,000 votes, that would have definitely gone to my opponent, yeah, coming to me because of my choice of running mate, is a very good result. In fact, it's excellent. Yeah. If I can get 1 million votes away from my opponent, that's very difficult in politics. But if I can, then I'll be over the moon. I have been hearing, and I'm sure so have you, of very ridiculous reasons why somebody should be chosen as a running mate to Raila Odinga. I've even had one recently, that so and so should be chosen because they'll bring good looks to the ticket. They will add to the beauty of the ticket. No mention of votes. Yeah. Others have said, since such and such a region is very important, they should choose so and so as a running mate. And they've completely ignored the situation on the ground. Indeed, one critical factor, that our current president, President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is still a player on our political scene. And his home ground is the Mount Kenya region. So in my opinion, there is no special advantage of choosing a running mate from the Mount Kenya region, because you already have the votes you'll get locked. Yeah, because supporters of the president will vote for that ticket. Yeah. Now I can hear somebody asking me, Chris, please tell us, who do you think, yeah, will be chosen as Raila's running mate? I'll not answer that question. Instead, I'll put that question in another way. Yeah. If I was Raila Odinga, my running mate would be the current governor of Nakuru, the biological son of Kenya's second president. Oh yes, Daniel Toroitich arap Moi's biological son. Lee Kinyanjui. And if you don't believe me, Google who is the father of this man. You know, the other day I was very shocked, and I was telling people on our Telegram forum that at least now it has been made official. Yeah, because I've been saying it for years. Yeah, but it was not official. Nobody was talking about it. But now it is all over the web. Yeah, just Google and find out for yourself. Now, the person we're talking about, in my opinion, is a man of character. Okay? Is also seen as a member of the House of Mumbi. Yeah. But in actual fact, he is based and is from the Rift Valley. And in fact, in my opinion, this man would make a great president, which is another advantage, yeah, a candidate would have in picking them as the running mate. Because we live upon this earth at the pleasure of Almighty God. You don't know which day, which hour, yeah, Almighty God will call you back home. You don't know. You have no idea. None of us has any idea. Yeah? And therefore such a running mate would put Kenya in a safer place. I'm sorry if I've upset somebody, but you have to think of these bad things. Yeah? You have to think of horrible possibilities, nightmare possibilities in every decision you make in this life. That's how it should be. Yeah, if somebody wants to be wise. A wise man or a woman must always take into careful consideration factors in your plans that you do not have any control over. You have no power over them. Yeah? Somebody else has power over them. You have to take that into consideration. Now, before I go, I hope you had time to take in my previous video, yeah, where I talked about the current drama we are seeing in party nominations. Yeah, it's a very deep video. Yeah. I analyzed the factors that cause all the things you're seeing as breaking news. Yeah, so in case you didn't, please take it in. I'll make sure I leave a link in the description area below. It's important. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought it up. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha. When God gives you a gift, it is not for you. It is not for your family. It is for other people. You're supposed to use your gift to change the lives of other people. And for those who seek happiness in this life, nothing will make a human being happier. Trust me, nothing on this world will make a human being happier than the knowledge that they have changed one person's life forever. Yeah? Now, I've been very fortunate to have been very gifted by God. And not only gifted, but also trained in the renowned University of Hard Knocks. Yeah? The harsh university of this life. And I feel very privileged and very humbled, yeah, to get to know all the time that I've changed many people's lives forever. I even know a couple of people who no longer come to this channel. Not because they hate me, but because they are busy these days. So busy that they hardly have time, but they've regained their dignity. They're putting food on the table. They're doing a lot of things, amazing things. And all thanks to some books I produced, which you can see on your screens right now, that changed their lives. Not only did they get that idea that changed everything, but they also got the skills to be able to sell without looking like they're selling. Because it's one thing to get a brilliant idea to make money, but it's quite another to do it practically and get people interested and get somebody to actually pay you real money for what it is you're offering. It is also one thing to have a business that is struggling, a business operating way below its true potential. That's one thing. And it's quite another to turn around that business so that it prospers. You have plenty of customers. My sincere hope in making this short clip is to influence and change the lives of many more Kenyans, because that is my mandate. That is what I was born to do. And I felt that this is the perfect time. Many people have been hit very hard by the COVID manenos. Life has become very difficult, almost unbearable for some. Some businesses that were making serious money before Corona are now struggling. Others have shut down completely. There is no better time for these two amazing titles have produced. 101 brilliant business ideas or money-making ideas that will thrive in the country called Kenya and well beyond, almost anywhere in the world. And how to get plenty of customers immediately, very quickly. For only $25, you can have both ebooks, life-changing ebooks. And for only $15, you can have only the ideas. Now you can see details on your screens right now. You will find full payment details in the description area below this video on YouTube. Go for it. I highly recommend it. And I have a suggestion. Maybe you're okay. You're doing okay. I would suggest that you get it for a friend. You get the books for a friend, a relative, or somebody you know who is having it very difficult right now. It'll help them. It'll change their lives. And you'll have helped me to touch one more life, to change one more life, because that is my mission. Asante sana.